Hello, folks, Panthers, wherever you are. Welcome back to the Pook Predictz. This is a channel where we provide tips, strategies, and tips and everything, predictions, and whatever it may concerning sports, especially the football, basketball, and sometimes hockey, baseball, and sometimes maybe when we get much knowledge about the American football and other matches like the volleyball and maybe handball, we'll venture into them. But then at the moment, we're just majoring on football and basketball. But then today, we're going a different direction a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. And we're having a match. We're discussing the EPL title race because it's one of the toughest at the moment. And so far so good from the La Liga. Real Madrid, they have qualified. They are already qualified long time ago. We talk about other teams like from the Italy Serie A, Inter Milan, long time ago. When we go to other leagues like Netherlands, we don't talk many of times about them. But then it's still also a little bit tight when you in regard to Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. But I know at the end of the season, the two will qualify for the UCL, yes. But what I'm not so sure at this moment is who will be carrying the Netherlands STDVC. So today we are discussing technically the Arsenal and Man City, who will be carrying the cup. Arsenal, they have just one match, and Man City, they have 2 matches. So with me, I'm joined with a friend and also a sports analyst. He's a very good guy. His name is Warukenya. I'll give him time to introduce himself and then we kick it on. Yes, Warukenya, welcome to the show.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks. And maybe first, as we start, I'd start maybe give a disclaimer and say, don't maybe praise your money and say I said. No way. Me, I'm just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
So don't take it serious from me. Maybe I'm just doing it to refresh or something like that.
You're not a prophet.
I'm not a prophet. I don't want you guys to call me a prophet of doom.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it for my end, for fun. Some discussions here and there. Yeah.
Before we talk about fun, on a support team, gang, you like let us leave around the race first. Let's talk about which team do you support.
Okay, I'm a Liverpool fan.
You'll
never walk alone.
Right now I think you're working with many teams to the other side of the league, and it's not about
definitely at the moment what matters is we have qualified to the USL, so the rest
it's not important at this moment.
It's not important. We look to the next season.
Yeah. Because I remember there was a time hapa nyuma mlikuwa mnasema sijui you're going to get the Europa, sijui the UCL and FA and other things, but then it's football and things change, right? One thing I love about the story ni mshakubali.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have many friends.
Tulishakubali. The moment tu Kristo ilifanya ile kitu.
Yeah. It was born that way.
Definitely.
Yeah. So today, I want us to discuss a little bit. But then before we go to the title race, all the champions, when you can expect that's between the Arsenal and Manchester City, Liverpool, Ashajitoa kidogo. Maybe you can start from the third and the fourth and the fifth position. Say Aston Villa, they're lying in the fourth position.
Yeah.
And Tottenham, they're having a match tomorrow against Manchester City. But then they're lying in the fifth position. What do you think? Do you think Tottenham wanaweza turn things around and they qualify to the Champions League?
From my end, as I see it at the moment, I think there is anything that is going to change. There isn't drastic change that is going to take place. I think the only thing that will change is position 1 and 2. That's the only thing that's gonna change, maybe for the top 5, and maybe not actually, for the top 5. That's only position 1 and 2 are going to change. The rest is
the bag wenye ziko hivyo. So technically what you're trying to say is that maybe Manchester City, they're going to beat. Before we go there, we'll be having a match tonight. Aston Villa will be facing Liverpool. What do you think? Because I think that match is very determinant concerning the position 4 and 5. Because before they play tonight, they'll have to consider that. And then tomorrow Manchester City itakuwa inacheza na Tottenham, right? So what do you think of the match tonight? The Liverpool, your team playing against Aston Villa, and they'll be playing at Villa Park. Yeah.
Definitely, we have seen what has been happening on the Aston Villa side for the last couple of games. Tumeona vile wamefanyiwa na Olympiacos, like aggregate 6-2.
Actually, hakuna mtu aliona that thing coming.
6-2. So definitely as a Liverpool fan, definitely we are winning this. We are winning this.
You know, they're coming to the game knowing the magnitude and the importance of that match tonight.
In as much as they are coming from that perspective, definitely on our end, I'm really, I don't know how to say it, but I believe Leo now naisikizia. Hazi tupiga. Yes, they have been a good team for the season. Tumeona what they did to Man City, Arsenal waliwapiga pale vibaya sana. Yeah, but maybe they did tip at the end of the season. Maybe hata tungekuwa tunabishania nao hiyo number 3 or something of that sort. Is only that walitip kidogo season ikikam kuisha, but they have been having a good season. Yeah.
Now, maybe you can tell me. I know you don't like making a prediction, but then what's your collect score prediction for tonight's game? Yeah, it is very critical.
I don't want to take that route and put myself in that hot seat. But
are you going to win the over 1.5 goals? Because actually, when we talk about sports betting, technically, si lazima ikuwe so accurate. That's one thing we know. But then, when it is so close, especially when we talk about, for a person who is watching, ama for any other person who is expecting to watch this video, atakuwa naona, if you say for example it's going to be a 2-1, then it means that Liverpool will be on the advantage, right? So that's the general thing I'm asking about, because you have that match at hand, and on Sunday you'll be having another match, right? Yeah,
definitely. What I know is we are going to win that game.
Yeah,
but
the correct
as the history has always been, defense yetu imekuwa sijui aje, so like it has been quite a while since tumeweka clean sheet, so what you can be pretty sure tutawin, but pia tutafungwa, so itakuwa ni GG something.
A BTTS, okay, that's so great. So Arsenal, one match at hand. Actually, any Arsenal fan kwenye yako sahi, they're not playing to win that match, they're playing for Man City to draw, even just to draw even one match, because Arsenal wako na 6-1 goal difference, right?
Yeah,
6-1, and Man City wako 58. Yeah, 58. So it means wako na advantage in terms of goal difference at the moment. And I was talking to an Arsenal fan earlier today, and alikuwa ananiambia ati the best thing yenye anaomba sahi ni is going just to consult with God, amwambie yengemia na Tottenham either issue na draw ama either 1-1 or isiende sana. Okay, because at the moment, what do you think Arsenal have any chance?
Maybe what I can say is they just need to accept and bear in mind and actually get at least to congratulate themselves that they have had such a good season. Actually, this is a season where they did break a record. Like they had the most wins since last time they had such wins was, I think, 2003-2004 season, when I guess they had 26 wins. This season they already have 27 wins,
and they qualified to the quarters actually.
Definitely. So at least they should be happy. They have done such a magnitude change compared to some few seasons ago. But for the cup, as we all know, the bad man will always be there to cause drama. We witnessed it all along. I as a Liverpool fan, we have seen it not once, not twice. We know the script, how it always goes. Like, definitely we all know the outcome, how it's gonna.
Your message to me sounds like a consolation or a comforting message, and I don't want to take it that way, but then Arsenal last season they ended all the way up, and then they lost at the wakishafika kwa mlango, just at the edge of the finish line. This season, almost the same script.
Definitely. Actually, I don't know why they should be acting as if they are surprised. They actually should learn from what has been happening to us. Bearing in mind, I think it was 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
On that season, we finished with 97 points.
Yeah.
But guess who won the league?
Manchester City.
The following season, I think 2022, we were having 94 points.
Mm-hmm.
But guess who won the league?
Goal difference issues.
The same case what happened last season. Arsenal walijionea na bado wako na hopes. The moment ile game ya Aston Villa ile ya 2-0, that's where they can look upside.
Actually, guys, I get that. Now, tomorrow we'll be having a match between Tottenham and Manchester City. What do you think? Is the outcome too obvious that Manchester City will be winning at Tottenham Hotspur Park or whatever? What do you think? Because actually, Manchester City, they'll be playing from away.
I think whether they are playing home or away, you did get the interview of Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
He was like, he's a must win, not even a draw. They are putting it into consideration because he clearly knows if they dare draw that game, it's done for them. It's done for them. And there is no way, I don't see there is no way, in as much as Tottenham will be wanting to give that favor to Arsenal for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not convinced whether they are going to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know the script. We know the script. We know the script. How it has always been for the bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So let us talk a little bit about yesterday. Arsenal playing against Manchester City. I hope you watched the match. It was actually a good match. And what do you think? Because if you ask me, I don't think they deserve that win. I think maybe I expected a draw, by the way, especially in the second half. They played a very low game, but at the end of the day, they won the match in a 1-0. Do you think with that quality they are going to win the last match? They're having the last match on Sunday. Actually, matches zote zinaisha on Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's what we are coming.
Yeah. So I know they'll win that match, yes, but then the question becomes like, do you think they're still motivated? Jana second half walikuwa wanacheza tu ni kama wamechoka. Yeah. And there was a possibility of a draw, only that Manchester United were not in for it.
Definitely, at the moment they are in a catch-22 situation. Mm-hmm. Where they are not really sure of the outcome that is going to take place next. Mm-hmm. They are just being optimistic at the moment. They are just hoping for the very best. Mm-hmm. Where you actually get to hope for the best. Mm-hmm. Else you kind of know the outcome or something of that sort. So like, even you are not like fully motivated as they used to be. Mm-hmm. I recall when you were starting for the 2024, mm-hmm. they were going 5-0, 4-0, but the moment they tripped the game against Aston Villa, like, in as much as the motivation is there, and as much as the zeal is there, mm-hmm. it's kind of
the disappointment.
Yeah, it's kind of down as compared to at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So maybe that might have resorted to that because mm-hmm. they really don't know what the outcome next.
Yeah. So what you're trying to tell us is that technically we are convinced that Manchester City have this. Because we are coming to the end of the video, and at the end of the video we just have to come with a standpoint that from where I sit, this is what I think. What do you think?
Definitely, tunasemanga mpira udunda, but mm-hmm. from my end and from where I stand, mm-hmm. possibility iko chini sana.
Mpira kudunda, especially for Man City.
Yeah, because we have seen the script. We would have been very optimistic if it's happening for the very first time, mm-hmm. but we have been there and we have been seeing what has been happening. Yeah. So
Arsenal stand no chance. Only by prayers. The funny thing is that Manchester City fans are also praying, so sometimes you wonder how these things work out. So as we wrap it up, maybe you can wrap it up by sharing our predictions and the tips and predictions, especially what you think that sports better, that sports investor, huyo gambler mwenye ako mahali anataka a profit na hiyo 20 bob yake, what he can bank on, or the good options to consider. Actually, I know these are not the final sure bet, but then it's like pena insight. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like that giving that headline, like when you consider, for example, a match between Real Madrid and, let me take Real Madrid and maybe you can do Real Madrid and Almeria, right? Maybe you tell a person that on that match, just consider that Real Madrid around the advantage. So it means that if you want to place a bet, maybe you can go with the Real Madrid straight tide win, or better yet, you can go with the Real Madrid or a draw, right? So that's what we are technically doing. We are having a few matches that are remaining, and we also share the matches that we'll be playing on Sunday. Okay, so you can give me a correct score or just a 1x2. Very simple, right? That right? Simple. So we start with the first match. A match playing tomorrow. Okay, let us just start from tonight. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Your prediction? Liverpool. Interesting. Tottenham playing against Manchester City.
Manchester City
straight win, right? Interesting. Manchester United, Newcastle. What do you think about the match? Actually, it's an interesting match, yes?
Actually, that's a very
interesting match to watch.
Game.
Yeah. But you have options like even the BTTS. You can go for that. It doesn't matter.
Newcastle, Manchester United. I think at the moment, maybe I would give it a GG. Bearing in mind it is the last game. Maybe Manchester United wouldn't want to escalate that bad history. Bearing in mind this season they have conceded the most goal. This season they have the most loss since ever the club was formed. So like I don't think they will be really willing to escalate that. On the other hand, Newcastle, I think they will be trying to fight for their position. Yeah. So I would give it a GG.
A BTTS, and maybe another 2.5 goals, because I think that match is going to have a victor. Right?
Definitely.
Yes. Brighton, Chelsea. Chelsea pulling surprises nowadays everywhere actually. They're in a very good form at the moment. Definitely.
And we can see like most of their players are back. So I would go with Chelsea.
Chelsea, a straight win, right? Yes, you can go with the nation handicap of positive 0.25. It's a good option. It's having a good odd, especially at the moment. Another match now, moving to the Sunday matches. All the matches will be playing at 18:00 East African time. That's like, I don't know, GMT +3. So the first match, Liverpool playing against Wolves. Your prediction?
Definitely, we have seen that no signs, and I actually don't know why it normally happens that the very last game we are playing normally play against Wolves. Like the last season, the last but one season when we played with them, we won the game 3-1. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same
happens.
Yeah.
You're moving with the Liverpool win. That's my assumption, right? Sheffield United playing against Tottenham. The Sheffield United have qualified for championships. Yeah.
Definitely they don't stand a chance. Bearing in mind the game that Manchester City and Tottenham they'll be having tomorrow, I think Sheffield doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah. Interesting. Tottenham win, right? Luton playing against Fulham. What do you think? That's a nice match.
That's a very tricky. Yeah. Hapo Luton wanaweza taka kunini game ya mwisho wakiendanga. But I also feel
Fulham will be playing another sweet game for them also.
Yeah, so I tend to feel itabidi tu ameenda championship na amani. Hapo they don't stand a chance.
So you're moving with Fulham win.
Yeah.
Interesting. Brighton playing against Manchester United, the final match of the season. Manchester United playing against Brighton. What do you think? Tough match.
Umesema they are supposed to be pre?
Brighton playing Man U.
Brighton.
Yeah. That's the last match of the season.
The Man U Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give you on that. I feel that that's a very tricky game.
It's a very tricky game actually. Tricky than it looks.
Yeah, wote wako hapo 2, 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
wote wanang'ang'ania hapo, so like that will be
a very tough match.
Yeah.
But then consider maybe corners, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. A big match of that day, Manchester City, West Ham. Moyes will be breathing that day very seriously.
In as much as Moyes will be breathing, actually, I think I did saw his interview, and actually even he himself, he wasn't convinced that he can beat Manchester City in as much as he's the coach. So, and I think if I'm not wrong, he'll be going at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. But the fact that even he himself in that interview wasn't
he's
convinced.
not even confident with his team. That's so disappointing actually. Arsenal, Everton.
Arsenal.
It's a good match for the final, but if you consider it, it's a good match for the final. Especially for Arsenal, it's a good match for them because at least sometimes Nangalianga final, if I go at it's too easy. Should be a little bit challenging at least. We have good results at the end of the season. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it shall be maybe a tough game, but in the long run, Arsenal gonna
must win that match, right? Interesting. Brentford, Newcastle. Ooh, a tough match.
Maybe you will play GG.
GG. BTTS. Yeah. Good. That's the betting team. BTTS. Another one. Crystal Palace playing against Aston Villa.
Crystal Palace against Aston Villa.
Yeah. Aston Villa, they've been given actually equal opponents actually. I think Crystal Palace, they have the quality reserves kuwa stock kidogo. Though if you ask me, I think Aston Villa will be walking out as the winners of this match, if not a double chance for them. But then
I don't know at the moment. I tend to feel like Crystal Palace were on form sana. But all these Mateta, Berechi, they are on form, so I don't know. Naona inaweza geuzia Aston Villa mbaya sana
on their final match and disappoint them. Interesting. So folks, those are the predictions. I'll be highlighting them on the screen. It's very interesting. And one thing I love is that I appreciate for your coming, by the way. I'll call you again for as we analyze the UEFA Champions League. The final is happening on 1st June, right?
Definitely.
And I know you and I are not on the same line on that point. But then I'll call you, we talk about it, and then we see the possibilities and everything that we might be expecting out of that match. Maybe we can give out our tips then, and the statistics maybe to pen options and other things, and discuss the new form. UCL say on a very new form. The games have been adjusted to 36, and we just have to discuss with our fans. We see how we can work with the new forms and the new Swiss models and whatever. Yeah. But I really appreciate for your coming into the show, and it has been amazing, especially from my end, and I know my viewer has enjoyed this show very much. Maybe your last words for that sweet investor over there.
Maybe my last word for that, I would say, just as I've said nikianza, I'm not a prophet. It's just doing some speculations here and there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, weenda fanya evaluation zako kama una bet. We angalia kama inaweza kuwa hivi, take the possibilities. As from my end, as I said, we jibambe, ana kama unaekelea, cause my end, I'm doing it for fun.
Wow, interesting. A very good point over there. This is about your money, so these are our opinions actually. Though we have analyzed the matches, we have discussed the matches very well, and this, at the end of the day, they remain our opinions. But then you can use them to analyze your matches and then to place your matches in a very good way. I am Pook 21, and as I exit, always subscribe, like and share the video widely, because it is very critical and very important. I wish Arsenal fans all the best. May God answer your prayers as you pray and fast over these games. I know Manchester City, they are not fasting as much, but for Arsenal fans, I can feel your pain. But may good luck happen to everybody, and may the best team win. May the best team always be champions. We'll see you in the next video. But tomorrow I'll be posting with tips. Always do check on my channel. It's very important and very critical. Adios. Chonjo sana.